Welcome to this ToolHound Learning Center video, where we'll look at the setup and the ordering and receiving features of the purchasing module. The setup involves setting the minimum and maximum inventory threshold levels, adding required references for purchasing and receiving, and adding optional references. Minimum and maximum on-hand quantities are set for each part number on the stocking point. If you have multiple tool cribs or warehouses, each can have their own appropriate min and max. This doesn't require the purchasing module. When there are multiple parts to update, use the import data function and select min-max. Download the template and enter the min and max for each combination of part number and stocking location ID. The vendors are not exclusive to the purchasing module. They're the same vendors as used elsewhere in the application. Preferred vendors can be set for each combination of part number and stocking point to simplify ordering. If desired, set a blanket order number and blanket order price. This does require the purchasing module. Units of measure used as purchasing units are entered in the same list as weight units and issue units on part numbers. Optional payment terms and INCO terms do require the purchasing module. Return codes are used if inventory is returned to a vendor to indicate the reason for the return. Return codes are available in the purchasing module. Optionally, you can also create custom inventory statuses to assign to returned serialized inventory. Next, we'll look at different methods of finding out what to order and how to order. A notification can be set up to send an email with the list of everything falling below the minimum threshold. No filters are available with notifications. The information is contained in the body of the email. Consider this more of a heads-up than an ordering tool. This does not require the purchasing module. The low inventory report does support filters. If you are filtering for vendor or category frequently, schedule the report with those filters. If you're working with purchasers ordering out of ERP systems, you can output the report as an Excel spreadsheet. If you're working with multiple stocking locations and ordering from one central location, there's also the low inventory by parent report. These reports do not require the purchasing module. The Reorder Worksheet can be configured by selecting from the options at the top. Running the query gives suggested results from which purchase requisitions, purchase orders, or even transfer requests can be automatically created. This does require the purchasing module. Purchase requisitions are an optional step before a PO. They can be created from the Reorder Worksheet, by an import, or by using Create PO Requisition. When approved, they generate a purchase order and the requisition is closed. Purchase requisitions do require the purchasing module. Purchase orders are sent to vendors to order inventory. If a PO is set to Ready to Approve and you save it, it will automatically be approved unless you have a specific approval process in place. While there is an unapproved PO function, the best practice is to remove the Ready to Approve flag if you expect to have multiple edits before finally approving the document. Purchase orders do require the purchasing module. Let's look at receiving those inventory orders. Receiving inventory against a PO can be more convenient using the mobile app if it's being placed directly on shelves. It's easy to update the bin shelf, and the costs are carried over from the purchase order. You can receive in the browser with or without a purchase order to receive against. Receiving inventory either on the mobile app or in the browser requires the purchasing module. Inventory returns can be created for inventory already received and must include a return code mentioned earlier. Inventory returns require the purchasing module. Let's review what we've seen so far. Set up your min and max levels for each part number, the units of measure, and the vendors where you purchase, and add any optional references. Decide how to handle what to order. Are you going to use notifications or reports? Will the reports be run manually or scheduled? How are you going to order? Will it be done inside of ToolHound with purchase orders or outside? Will they be done manually or automated using the Reorder Worksheet? Will you be doing this with or without requisitions and approvals? When receiving, you can use the browser, the mobile app, or even imports, or a combination of all three. Thanks for watching this video from the ToolHound Learning Center. For any questions, contact our support team. And remember, subscribe and hit the notification bell.